So, in using the E3, there are strengths and limitations to any self assessment. Assessments are tools to be used with discretion and skill. They inform, but they don't tell the whole story. So, with a self assessment like the E3, you're checking adjectives, you're checking words to describe yourself as you act most of the time. Well, if your self awareness is low, you may think you're a really charming, kind, generous person, but that doesn't show up in the data, so there's a discrepancy, and then you add another level, which is a 360. A 360, as it implies, is a rounded view, so with a 360, we will have interviews with a senior executive's direct report, and we will also use the same E3 assessment. The direct reports will be checking adjectives to describe the leader. So in this specific story, the leader's self-report came back and there were no huge red flags. Work ethic was there, endurance, and follow through, reasonable order and structure. And to me, support, caring was there at the levels it needed to be, in fact, a little bit higher. So one of the things we measure is a scale actually called support, and it's that need and desire to engage in nurturing supportive behaviors. Super important to us and hopefully to most people. So this leader scored like in the 70th percentile on support. So I didn't even see any red flags there. And in our initial interview, pretty charming kind of person. But what was interesting is when his direct reports took the E3, the average support score that came back from his direct reports was 3%. So a massive gap between a 70 on a self-assessment and 3% from the direct reports, which are the perceptions, which are the realities of those individuals and how they saw this person. Well, when I went to review the data, 360 data with that leader and shared that with him, I very quickly knew why it was rated at 3%. But there's a great example of a leader who comes in and thinks it's one thing. It was totally them. It's totally the blind spots around being supportive and nurturing and creating this environment of psychological safety and trust. And he basically did none of that. Nobody liked him. Nobody could stand him, including me. Didn't build trust with anybody. And the guy got fired like 6 months later.